Data. Hey, Kampai. I think YouTube is just black. Is it working? YouTube, why are you just black? YouTube, what's wrong? YouTube? Hey! Okay, alright, cool. So, sorry. Okay. I accidentally closed part of my OBS thing now that I shouldn't have closed, and now I didn't know when the stream was started. But anyways, I'm here now. Let's get a drink. Anyways. Okay, I got a lot to go through today. So, hey, BG is here, which I know is pretty early for him, but I guess he really wanted to join. We got a lot to go through today, so I guess we're gonna go through that. I did pick out 2 games to play today, but I don't even know if we're gonna make it to the second one. It feels sort of weird to even play one game at all, given the main topic of the video, but I mean, if I only covered, you know, the main topic of the video, then the stream would maybe be 30 minutes or something like that, so it could even be less than 30 minutes, so, you know, gotta throw in the game anyways. So anyways, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna address the elephant in the room later. As you can see, there's something a little bit more visual going on. We'll talk about that. It's exciting though. Changes and stuff happening. But we'll talk about all that later. So anyways, so last week I played Damn Champion, and the developer replied, and I sort of want to go through their reply and just sort of have my own rebuttals, which if I was a smarter man, I would have prepared bullet notes in advance, bullet points in advance, so that way I could make my points more clear, but I forgot to do that. I actually almost forgot to make a thumbnail for today's stream, so prepared I am not. Anyways, BG says, I don't set alarms on Saturdays, so it's just when I wake up. Well, glad you woke up. So, before anything, I guess I will just go through my own review here. Real fast. I will admit that it's not like my best writing. I literally wrote the review after the stream. And that's because I wanted to refund the game. And the game was coming up on its like 2 weeks since purchase, because I purchased it, I don't know, before, a while ago. So I wanted to make sure that I could get that refund in right away before I hit my 2 week deadline, which meant I needed to write a review as soon as possible, because you can't write a review once it's no longer in your account. So basically, I wrote this review right after the stream. So although everything was fresh in my mind, I was tired. I wanted to go to bed, and I had been drinking at that point. So I don't know if it's my best review. Let's go through it anyways. So I wrote, Damn Champions does not leave a good first impression. Immediately upon starting a new game, you will be instantly reminded of Pokemon, as it copies the Professor intro common in Pokemon games. Is that bad? No, of course not. But what it does do is copy an iconic aspect of a well-known property, immediately making me think about a different and much better game than this one, which then of course results in drawing comparisons between the other game and this one. Where things really start to go wrong, however, is the onboarding, as the Professor intro begins dumping a bunch of unnecessary tutorial text on you that, in the moment, is not immediately necessary and therefore easily forgotten. By the time you can play the game, you are so inundated with useless tutorial information. When the game invites you to do more tutorial stuff, it is very easy to just want to ignore it and actually play the game you purchased. So, how does combat fare? Not so great either. Trainer battles are not triggered automatically. Instead, you need to talk to the NPC and ask them to challenge you. Why it is done this way is anybody's guess, but it certainly removes the agency from the adventure. Combat basically boils down to you using your strongest attacks the target isn't resistant to. Not that Pokemon's combat is particularly difficult, but at least the PP system and Pokemon specializations are specializing in either special or regular attack skills require the player to at least be somewhat conscious of their resources and skills, plus the type matchups playing an important role. Here, type matchups aren't isn't too important so long as the other isn't resistant. There is no PP, every skill draws from the same magic pool, and most skill costs the same MP, so why not just cast the best skill you have? There are a lot of questionable design choices, like the aforementioned ask to challenge trainer battles, that just don't make sense and are not a lot of fun. The one map I experienced was a linear path with lots of random encounters that ended in a dead end with a seemingly racist dark humor scene that was not funny. Then required me to go backtrack through the linear path back to town. I wound up finding that leaving a trainer undefeated was faster, letting the trainer defeat me in battle to fast travel me back to town to avoid random encounters, which is where another poorly considered design choice resides. Trainer battles will not game over you. However, the random encounters will cause you to get a random game over, not a random game over, will cause you to get a game over, putting you back to the menu. Archaic and hateful design, truly a bewildering design decision. Finally, I find it odd that the developer never credits their artist. I noticed in response to another user's review of the game, they specified the art is not AI. It's rather odd when the trailer credits their composer, but does not credit their artist. In their comment where they state they did not use AI, that's all they say. They never even say who their artist is. I don't know if it's because the dev is lying or is just an unfortunate, foolish oversight of the dev to snub their artist like that. Either way, it's not a good look. With that being said, I cannot recommend the game. It lacks its own identity and too heavily relies on riding the coattails of an existing and far better franchise. Damn Champion would be better if it sought to bring its own originality, but instead the product is that which is flawed at a fundamental level. My impressions were covered, blah, blah, blah. There you go. Wrath is here. Good to have you. And Orc says, finish spamming everyone with my shit. Yes, glad to have you here. So anyways, there's my review. Not very well structured, just kind of a flow of thoughts kind of thing. But anyways, I do think it covers most of the points that I had. I should have brought up the damn Champion store page. I do want to point out something that's pretty funny, is that I didn't even realize this until the dev had posted their reply to me. But they are like really terrible about crediting their artists. And it almost becomes... oh, there we go. It almost seems like he's doing it on purpose. Like there's a point where you could say, oh, it was just like negligence on his part. But no, at a certain point, it just legitimately feels like he's doing it on purpose, because if you go to his trailer, it's only for like a second. So I better not, go too fast through this. Where is it? No. I'm like, there it is. He has his credit there for the soundtrack artist. And then, like I said, there's another comment, another reply to another negative review of his game, where he also said, the comment had said that he thought that the dev was using AI art. And the developer says it's not AI art, it was made by an artist. But again, did not specify who the artist was, just said it's an artist. I didn't catch this last time. I mean, that's only 2 examples of this happening. But then if you go down here, unless he's changed the store page, he's changed the store page. Holy shit, he's done it. Hats off to the dev. Do I still have the picture? This is going to be a while back. I did have a screenshot. I'm pretty sure I already deleted it now. But it did not originally have that there. He did not originally. Yep. Here it is. Okay, I found it. Let me save the image. Hang on just a second. Where did it go? I just saved it, right? Why did it disappear? Save image. Let's try again. Oh, it went to a different folder than I thought. Okay. All right, there we go. Okay, so he has changed it now, but you can see here, it's just so funny. I'm glad he fixed this, but in three instances, he went out of his way to not credit the artist, which just is so weird. He didn't do it in the trailer, he didn't do it in that reply to the other person, and he didn't do it on the store page either. I am glad, however, to see that he did change that, and now there is actually a credit there for the artist. So finally, he's not snubbing his artist. So anyways, we can go through his response, and I kind of want to reply to some of the things, if I can remember everything about the game. I mean, that was last week, and it was a pretty forgettable game, so not everything's going to be fresh on my mind. Let's go through it. So he says, I can already see that there is a very low possibility of changing your opinion, so I don't know why you're mentioning it. But here's my response to some of your statements. For context, I have never made a video game in my life, and this is my first game after watching tutorials on YouTube and doing my own research. Cool, that's great. We kind of went over this last time, and basically that's not really a good excuse. Balatro was the developer's first game, I do believe, and Balatro is Game of the Year. It's nominated for Game of the Year. So, and I'm not saying you need to have like a super breakout success like Balatro. That not everyone's going to do that. In fact, most people are not going to do that. More than most people, 99.9 repeating infinitely % of people are not going to achieve that. Balatro is definitely lightning in a bottle. However, it's Game of the Year because the developer didn't release jank. It's a functioning game, which probably means they took the time to learn what they're doing and didn't settle for jank. Instead, they probably iterated on their design, probably took a step back and said, I don't think this is working very well. We need to change this, so yeah, it's fine if it's your first game. But again, like another big part of this is that you're asking for $9. So it doesn't matter that it's your first game. It does matter that you're asking $9. You released jank. You probably should have taken a step back and iterated on your design, or release it for free. Either way, it's just not an excuse. Stardew Valley was also a first game, I think. Maybe. My game was my first release game, not first game though. I made a few and that's the thing too about probably all of these games like Balatro and Stardew Valley and stuff like that is there's potential that these guys also had done some, like tutorial games that they just never released. They just followed along with some videos or whatever just to kind of learn some basics, some fundamentals, as you should, and then moved on to making a more ambitious game from those. So it doesn't necessarily mean it was like their first time ever touching the game engine. So anyways, if it is this dude's first time ever touching the game engine, then you should not be trying to make an ambitious project. I think there's plenty of us who will always preach that you should be making not ambitious games as your first project. First game and solo developer Concerned Ape and Chucklefish were very clear about their deal, as in Chucklefish having no hand in the development whatsoever on Ape's request. Cool. Well, there you go. If I do recall, Concerned Ape is the developer of Stardew Valley. And also, players don't give a crap how many people made the game, and why would they? Yeah. The game is designed to be comedic with some dark humor. All right. Fair. Comedy is subjective. We'll keep reading before I respond to that. Games within the entire genre are compared to Pokemon, so the intro actually pays homage to Pokemon. But do you think the general audience who just sees this kind of game are going to pick up on that? This is like developers, like RPG Maker developers, making games for RPG Maker devs. It's like it's such a niche thing. And I don't know. I'm gonna take the guy at his word here. I'll be the first to admit I don't play that many monster catching games to begin with, so I have no idea what the community normally does. So I'm gonna take him at his word and not assume that's just like a poor excuse to just write it off. Even if it was paying homage, it's not an homage anymore. It's just copying. Like this can be debated. We could debate it all day long, but at what point does, an homage just become straight up copying something, And to me, it just felt like copying. And my whole point was this was more that it immediately drew my attention to the fact that it's trying to be Pokemon, which then made me want to make comparisons to it and play it like a Pokemon game. The whole dev response is bad practice. Yeah. As Mr. Orc had even pointed out, is that even Steam itself, when you release a game, even says you don't need to respond to every review. In fact, you very well should not reply to every single negative review. So he has already replied to every single negative review. So it's not looking good. Anyways, as I was saying, like, I don't know if this whole homage thing is really working in his favor. It's either doing something in service of whatever small knit community that he has, but unfortunately likely alienates the general customer who's going to be picking up the game. Or it's just a poor excuse. Either way, once again, not something I necessarily agree with. I mentioned that there is no AI art used because one negative review. Okay, we already talked about that. The intro is intended to help the player know that the game will not function within the same capture system as Pokemon. Next one. Okay, that's bad. Honestly, that's just bad. That's just bad, because basically, so here's what's funny. I suppose in a way it kind of goes counter to what I said, but it's more like, so he copied the intro of Pokemon, and then because he doesn't want you to think about Pokemon, which maybe that means he's aware of it. I don't know. Maybe that's giving him too much credit, but maybe he's aware that people would say, oh, this is just Pokemon. So then he felt the necessity to go ahead and do terrible onboarding by just info dumping a bunch of information on how to capture Pokemon. And I'm pretty sure there was more than that in the intro. I don't think it was just about capturing Pokemon. I think it went through like how to use the PC and all of that. So like, anyways, so to me, as I ended my stream here, it's a product which is flawed at a fundamental level. This intro has a fundamental flaw in it, in that it makes people think of Pokemon. And then in order to try to correct that, you decided to have a tutorial to tell people it's not actually Pokemon. I know, wait, hang on, I know what this looks like. But it's not what it looks like. I swear to God, right? That's what the tutorial is doing. And how about this? How about you don't have that intro, and then you don't need to like show people that it's not actually what you think it is. This was a poor decision that I think maybe if you had more playtesters, or at least playtesters that are outside of your little niche demographic, might have mentioned. But I don't know if you really had any playtesters, because honestly, if you did have playtesters, they probably would have told you a lot of this stuff just does not work with your game. Let's see what Orc said before I continue. They're pretty clear that a dev should not ever reply to any reviews unless it is to address points in their reviews that may have been fixed in an update or similar. Ranting to reviews will just make people never look at your games ever again. Yeah, I don't think it looks very good. What's the name of the game? The name of the game is Damn Champions. I played it last time, so you can watch my experience with it. That's Damn, D-A-M. You can see it here. There you go. You got a visual for it now. Anyways, yeah, so it's also funny that he mentions all of these. Like, the only name here that I'm actually familiar with is Pokemon. I have unfortunately heard of Nexomon and Coromon simply by involving myself with the RPG Maker community. I've never played or even seen a screenshot of these games. I've only heard their names mentioned because we have had plenty of people, you know, make a post or whatever saying, hey, I want to copy this system that's like Pokemon, Nexomon, or Coromon. It's like, I don't know what any of these fucking things are. So again, it really seems to imply that the developer is really more trying to appeal to a very, very small niche who might be familiar with these games. Hello, Alice. Nice to have you here. Thank you, Orc. And damn, was it terrible. Yeah. Like, I don't know. What's funny, too, is that, like, he took the time to reply to my review. But, like, he's basically making excuses for his poor design decisions rather than saying, oh, yeah, I recognize that maybe you're right. Those are not good design decisions. And he doesn't need to capitulate on everything I say. In fact, respect to a dev who can hold their own on design decisions, but it's a balancing act. You can't capitulate on every change, but you also can't just be a complete fucking stone wall about these things, right? I think making a clear point about onboarding is not too wild of an opinion that would really go against the vision of the game. I believe I even implied that it would just make a better experience. So I'm not sure why he feels like he needs to defend that in the first place. During the course of building the game, plenty of players mentioned that they did not like being forced to battle every NPCs like in the traditional Pokemon game, so I opted to have this more in the later half of the game so players would be able to experience both scenarios. Okay, so I guess that, again, I'm going to take the dev at his word and assume that he's not lying about this, and that means he did have playtesters. Again, I do wonder who those playtesters were, though. If they're part of this little niche that he has, then probably not the best playtesters. I have been assaulted by my microphone. The damn microphone can't stand this damn review. Hang on. There we go. Gotta get my microphone erect. Okay. Anyways. Alright. So anyways, I don't know. I feel like if he'd got, maybe he just wasn't receptive to feedback on, I mean, the sort of, that's sort of like actually what I'm getting from this. I mean, he's so defensive about his design choices here that honestly, what I feel like is if he did have playtesters, he's actually being honest about that, then those playtesters, then he wasn't receptive to their feedback, at least not enough. So anyways, to respond to this, I gotta get a drink first. To respond to his point here, I don't know if this is a good design decision, like having like battles be optional at the start and then forced later. First of all, this seems like a bad response to what to players' feedback was, in my opinion. I don't. It's weird that players would say they did not like being forced to battle every NPC. Okay, so number one, Pokemon has a solution to that. Pokemon has like NPCs that have like paths. There'll be some that just like run around in circles, so you can avoid them if you want, or they will have like turning animations, so they'll like turn one way and then turn the other way and then turn another way, and so you can time your movement if you want to avoid those fights. Pokemon has a solution for this problem. You can just copy that design decision if people were not liking being forced into combat. However, maybe it's also battle fatigue, and maybe players were not enjoying going into battle so often because maybe you put too many trainers. I think in like the first route of Pokemon, there might be 2 trainers on it. Plus, you still have to deal with the random encounters. So it's like it's all battling, right? Random encounters and trainers. And from my experience, trainers were not really any different than random battles. I didn't even mention this, and maybe it comes later. But the trainer battles only had one Pokemon. It was not like switch or set kind of battles where it's like after you defeat the Pokemon, they'll send out another one. Nope, once you defeat one Pokemon, that's the end of the battle. And that's probably because the developer didn't know how to do that in RPG Maker, which is also I still don't take the dev at their word, but I still truly believe the reason why they did not force the battle is because they didn't know how to set up like a line of sight thing for the NPCs. And that's the reason why instead you just talk to them. Let me get caught up on chat here. I've just been talking away over here. Let's see. Orc says, "Are you still doing the blog?" Okay, you two are just chatting together. And Eben says, "Those damn mics be assaulting." Yeah. Wrath said, "I had my mom playtest an unfinished prototype with placeholder visuals and says it's the best thing ever." No, it's always, yeah, of course. Mom's always great at giving you wonderful feedback. BG says playtesters were his immediate family. That would make sense. Immediate family who just doesn't understand, like, I don't know, games. They're just like, why do I always gotta fight? But I do think, like, battle fatigue is a real thing. You have to balance out, like, the exploration part and the battling part. If you inundate the player with just battling, then it gets exhausting. So I can believe there might have been a playtest possibly where they were forced into battles, but it's probably more has to do with the fact that they were constantly having to do battles rather than the fact that they were being forced into battles. If it was balanced out better, it probably wouldn't have been a major complaint. I can easily see that, where I can see some people who are constantly like having to fight a trainer and then a few steps have a random battle and then a few steps later fight a trainer and then a few steps later a random battle and so on and so forth. They keep going into battle and then get a few steps in and battle. And it's just like that, just repetitive. I can easily see players getting so frustrated when after going through so much exhausting battling, they say, boy, I really wish I wasn't forced to do this battle. But now here's the thing. If you rewind and reset all this to where it's like one trainer and maybe 2 random battles, when they're forced into another battle, they probably don't feel like saying, boy, I wish I didn't have to do this. They'd probably be excited for it, right? So again, it's more of a thing of fatigue is the way that I imagine this being played out. So I don't know. There's that. To me, the other thing I was going to say is that this is such a weird design decision on how to cope with this problem. If he's serious that later there are like forced battles like in Pokemon, it's sort of weird to do it this way, where at the beginning you don't have to, and then later on you do. On like a regular game difficulty curve kind of thing, I can see how that might make sense, but it's kind of like, as far as like player fatigue and exhaustion and control, I would almost imagine it being the opposite way, where like at the beginning you want to make sure that the player becomes familiar with your mechanics and your battle system and all that, so you'd want to force them into battles so that way they can learn your systems. But then later on, after doing so many battles and all that, maybe you want to be a little bit more lenient on them, so that way and allow them to skip battles if they're not interested, or if they are just grinded up a really high level and it's kind of pointless to do fights at that point. So in my mind, if I was going to do it this way, which I probably wouldn't, but to play devil's advocate, if I was going to do it this way, it would probably be the other way around. So to continue on, being able to allow a trainer to defeat you so that you can be transported back to a healing area with full health was not a mistake, but intentional to avoid the game over screen or locking the player into a bad situation. Okay. He's totally misinterpreted what I was saying there. And then he talks about his artist. Okay. So sorry, I thought he was going to say more about this dark humor thing, and so I said I was going to address it later, but I guess not. His equally, just like my response, is just like a flow of thoughts with very little organizing to it. So is his, because he has this topic and then just jumps into a different topic. So the dark humor, comedy is subjective, of course, but frankly, I didn't find anything funny. There was a part that I guess kind of got a chuckle out of me, but I don't think it was intentional. It was where the protagonist or the protagonist's parents was talking about his dark past, and it just seemed a little bit silly. The moment that I called racist, I will admit it was maybe not racist. That was poor choice of words on my part, but it was questionable. It was where we encountered a black man in a house with a small girl, and I don't know, the joke was that he's probably a PDF file. Super funny. Haha. It was really stupid. It was poor. There was nothing funny about it. It was just in poor taste, really, is all it was. So anyways, yeah, I guess it's all I guess it's all a matter of opinion here. It's subjective, so I don't know. I'll leave that up to him. If he thinks that's funny, then cool, I guess. I certainly didn't, and I feel like that kind of thing would be something that I would not put in a game, especially not played off like that, especially not a game that looks like this. That sounds like a good way of alienating and getting your audience to refund the game. If you want to be completely cynical about it, then I definitely would not put that at the beginning within the first 2 hours. If you're going to have to do that and you want to be a cynical asshole, put that kind of comedy after the 2 hours and after the 2 hours of the game. Gosh, I'm falling behind on chat once again. I'm just gotta chat about this. The trainers add gameplay stuffs, which is fun. Yeah, so like Wrath, the thing is I think trainers are the more interesting part of Pokemon. And I'll give Pokemon credit where it's due, is that there's a distinct different feeling between trainers and random battles. Trainers typically, number one, have more Pokemon, and they have Pokemon of a certain type. So there's some that specialize in different types of Pokemon. It also kind of varies up the type of Pokemon you see on the current route. But also they have smarter AI than the random encounters. So like random encounters are like usually pretty simple. The Pokemon AI is really stupid, which makes sense because they haven't been trained. That's what the trainer is for. And so the trainer obviously has wits about him, and so he would be able to give better instructions to his trained Pokemon. So it makes sense. Trainer battles are interesting. I think they're usually my favorite parts of the Pokemon game. The random encounters are the most annoying. Speaking of, I mean, I was talking about battle fatigue earlier, and like, what do you think everyone complains about? The fucking caves in Pokemon, right? The caves are filled with random encounters. They are like the most fatiguing part of any Pokemon game. And that's because there's just battle after battle after battle after battle. Yeah, anyways. So it's rather a level design issue. Yeah, I would say so. I can't even have that privilege. I'm developing an adult game. I can't have my family tested. So you're making one of those degenerate games. Once you learn you can walk by them, you stop talking to everyone to get through quicker. Yeah. If they are over 18, they can. Productions, no, I don't want to see my mom's reaction to Jiggly Goblin. Can't wait to have my dev outrage moment and reply. Glad to have you here, Ernest. I would use a new nickname if I was, yeah. This account is not in any way linked to my dev account. That would make sense. How the fuck is that humor? Yeah, I don't know how it was humorous either. There's shock value, then there's just plain bad taste, and that's what it felt like. Damn, another Zubat. Yep. If the battles drag on, you're gonna be bleeding players. Yeah. Based and culture dev isolation. Thanks. Anyways. So yeah, let me now address this one. So he totally misinterpreted what I was saying. It seems like he thought I was for getting game overs. Here he's saying being able to allow trainers to defeat you so that you can be transported back to healing areas with full health was not a mistake, but intentional to avoid the game over screen. So here when he says it was not a mistake, it sort of makes me believe that he thinks that I'm saying that it's not, like, it's a mistake because it's not consistent with the random encounters. No, I think going back to, you know, the Pokemon Center or whatever, it's fine. Once again, that's how Pokemon does it. And exactly what he says, it doesn't get you stuck in difficult situations, because obviously, like, if you get stuck, like, let's say, for example, you save in a cave filled with Zubats, and oh no, you're on your last Pokemon, and it has low health, and bam, you hit another Zubat, yeah, well, it's going to wipe you out, and you're so deep in this cave, you can't leave to heal, right? So no, that makes sense to me. I'm saying that it doesn't make sense that random encounters make you black out, or sorry, not black out, make you have a game over. Why do the random, in fact, actually, here's the funny thing. The scenario I just said about Zubats can still happen because of this. Because imagine this, like, the trainers are your lifeline, basically, to get out of this bad situation. But if they are the only ones that send you back to town, then it's still possible that you are so far away from a trainer to knock you out, but you're surrounded by random encounters that you basically get soft locked. So his excuse here still doesn't even make sense. I'm still pretty sure. I am 100% sure. The reason it's been developed this way, where trainers can knock you out and send you back to town, but random encounters can't, is it goes back to what he's saying here. It's his first video game. And he didn't want to put in the time to actually not release jank. He didn't want to put in the time to figure out how to make it so that random encounters send you back to town. That would be running a common event, right? On defeat common event with random encounters or whatever. That exists. I'm certain it does. So he would need to set that up, but I'm pretty sure he didn't know how to. He didn't think about that. But because trainers are events and you'd have to use the battle processing event command, where it allows you to set if lose conditions, then he's able to make the trainer events send you back to town. But he can't do that with random encounters. And he just decided to accept that and just ship it. And that's why Pokemon has escape ropes, dig and fly. Yeah. Also, exactly that. That's what move that lowers attack. It's like tail whip, and it just makes battles go for yes. Oh, sand attack. Oh god, when you get stuck in a sand attack chain, and it just fucking lowers your accuracy, and you can't hit shit. Oh, the fucking Eevees. Anyways, also if you consider black and white game, trainers and also gyms are the most fleshed out content in the game, and those what makes black and white kind of unique compared to other versions. Yeah. You could have a parallel event triggering random battles for each area, then have it work the same as trainers. I mean, yeah, in my first release game, I was able to make encounters like an on-screen map kind of thing, just using like event command stuff. Like it's definitely possible to jank your own solution into this. It just, to me, feels like it was not the effort put on the dev's part. He wasn't willing to put in that effort because there's just so much fucking jank in this game. I want to make a Poke-like now, for fuck's sake. I could do this. I can tell you this, his artist is on Fiverr, and I think is relatively cheap. So if you wanted to, you could basically just recreate this game. Just, I don't know, have the artist make you like 30 Pokemon or whatever, and then, I don't know, give a couple of routes and a gym leader, and then, I don't know, you could probably knock that out in 4 months or something. It wouldn't be super deep or anything, but it'd maybe satisfy that itch. And I'd play it. I'd love to see a weird-ass Wrath of Wood style Pokemon game. Or go on map encounters and check if lose. Yep. Or modify the game over code so you can simply run a common event instead. Yep. Skin escape. There's already Pokemon Essentials package for RPG Maker. Might worth a try. Yeah, but I think that's for XP. Damn. You want... Okay. Is it available for you? Yeah. This is a VX Ace game, by the way. So yeah, anyways, that's the developer's response, and those are my responses to it. It's overall just like a really bad response. Not only does Steam encourage you to not do this, but even if he's gonna do it, it's not even like a sick mic drop on how wrong I am. These are just really bad excuses to excuse his poor design decisions. He doesn't own up to any of those poor design decisions. He just says, that's how I want it to be. And like I said, I could maybe respect that if that was a little bit, but as a developer, especially such a new game developer, maybe that's not a good mindset to have when it comes to feedback on the game, which is probably goes to show how he received feedback from players. He probably had the feedback he received from players. Probably anyone who was too critical, he probably just wrote off and ignored. And then all the people who were overly positive, but also were the ones saying, "Oh, I don't like too many battles," was when he listened to them and decided not to force trainer battles. Pokemon Essentials is also not legal. Yeah, there's that too. Might not want to try that if you're gonna sell it. Game runs on VXAs. Remember that the internet etiquette. Fuck around and find out the hard way. You say game bad, dev be like, no. Yeah, that's exactly what their response was. So anyways, that's that. I did bring up this. So this is really more to kind of address the new layout. I don't know if this is the dev on a sock puppet. I'm going to go ahead and believe that it's not a sock puppet account and it's just someone who saw my review. It may be a friend of the dev, but I don't think it's actually the dev. But anyways, saw my review, saw my video link, and came here to basically reply. Said, man, I've never seen a supposed game dev just shit all over a fellow game dev's work like that. Clearly, they're not very experienced, trying to give constructive criticism instead of just hate. Like, it's not very constructive of me to say that you look like the type of person that would have a clearly underage anime girl with her feet exposed as your background. And just as a reminder, this is obviously how the layout was. I think my response is kind of funny, actually. So, like, here, he's basically saying, for example, it would not be very constructive of me. For example, it would not be constructive of me to say that you look like a pedophile who likes feet, right? And it's so funny because my response was, thanks for taking the time to leave a comment. You brought a very good point to my attention that I hadn't considered before. Without the context of my game and given how the internet twists and perverts certain aspects of daily life, optically, the frame for my mainstream layout is not a very good first impression for the uninitiated. I appreciate this feedback you have left. I'll make sure to adjust my streamline's layout going forward. Your other comment will be taken into consideration. Thank you and have a lovely day. So... it's funny because he's basically, what he's trying to say here is that here's an example of how criticism is not constructive. And then I literally just say, I literally use it constructively to adjust my stream layout. So there we go. So yeah, I changed my layout because it's a good point. I didn't even think about this, but yeah, obviously, as I said, the way that the internet tends to twist and pervert everything. Anyone who's first time stumbling into my channel and sees this as the layout, maybe could leave a bad first impression, and so I changed it. I changed my layout to this. I'm not entirely happy with it. I spent about an hour setting up this stream layout. I'm not super happy with it, but it'll work for now. Here's the other position in the big box over there. Will be the game, but we don't have a game open, so it's just empty. So, anyways, there we go. New stream layout, and we'll just go forward using this. Whatever. Fiddle feet, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm writing a twit longer. My dude, NA gives nothing but constructive criticism, like drop response. You gave him some boilerplate response. Show feet. Here's a funny thing. Actually, it's funny too. I'm aware that Fiddle is a young anime girl. I'm aware of that one. I anticipate responses on that. I'll be completely honest. I didn't even think about the feet thing. That's my bad. For the record, I didn't request the feet. I told Somon, my artist, like, here's my idea for the title art for my game, and she drew it, and she's the one that decided that she wanted Somon to or not Simone, have Fiddle without her shoes on. So whatever, but I don't know. I didn't think of it. But yeah, like I said, as I said in my response, it's just the internet that twists and perverts literally everything. So even though it's just supposed to be a cute little innocent picture, of course, there's feet and a little girl, and so instantly the internet is just like, no, PDF file. So, oh well. Anyways, the background is on fire. I don't know. I wanted some sort of animation, so it's like a looping smoke kind of thing. Could replace her with a goblin. That would be better. Feet exposed, of course. It's not really your bad, to be honest. It's more them being weird if that's where their head goes. That's true. I will agree with that. It is. Yep. Anyways, so yeah, I think that covers everything. That's my response to the developer, and that's the reason why we have the new stream layout. And I think that's all of that. Questions or comments, anyone? If we got nothing else to say, then we'll move on to this heinous thing. I don't like the acid trip aesthetic, but it doesn't bother me other than the fact that it makes it really hard to like have contrast between like all the elements on the screen that you need to avoid. Like your dude kind of tends to blend into these backgrounds. Just a moment ago, Alice, to answer your question, I was finishing off of my Fukui Prefecture special expensive sake. I had bought this back in September. I've had it around for a while now. I wanted to finish it off. That's done. And now I'm just drinking beer. Yeah, this game, so I got the key for free. The developer said to celebrate its release, he gave away, what was it, like 116 keys, I think? And so, or 110, I don't know. It was a bunch of keys that he just released for free. I don't know how many people are going to be claiming them, but whatever. I went ahead and decided to claim one of those keys for this stream because my Discord folks basically twisted my arm to play it. And by twisted my arm, one of them asked me once if I would play it on stream. And who am I if not a man of the people? What the fuck? Why does this look like that? That's a good question. Ew, a bullet hell? Where you're locked on the tiles? Oh, you know, I didn't even realize that. Is it going to be tile-based movement? That could be a problem. Well, let's find out. Oh, wait, no. Sorry, wait. I know you guys are eager to see this game, but I forgot. So last week, in addition to playing Damn Champions, in the latter half of the stream, I played a game called Brave Village, which is mostly an idle game. And at the end of the stream, someone, I think it was Slotty, who had asked me to just leave the game running for a while. And I said, well, I'll just leave it running until the next stream. And I've mostly stuck with that. I think there was... Today, I had turned it off. I'll explain why in a moment. And then also, I had turned it off. I had to update my computer on Sunday, and I forgot to turn the game back on after that. So I think it was Monday that I turned the game back on. Anyways, I turned the game off before the stream because I think it has like a very minor memory leak or something, because after a while my computer starts to get like really slow and videos start to perform really badly. It's also why I'm running it in a window in 1080p. But anyways, I have left it running, and I will say that I basically did nothing while the game was running. These little tasks obviously wouldn't auto claim, so I would occasionally have to check in and claim the tasks, but I didn't upgrade anything. I didn't unlock any new areas. I just let the dudes go full auto, killing stuff and whatever. And so here are the results of leaving the game running, and as evidence I can bring this over here and we can see that I played it for 120 hours. So there we go. Basically had it running. Oh dear. Basically had it running all week. And so now we can just sell off all these things and get lots and lots of money. Wow, there's 3,000 of them. This may take a while. Yay, memory leak funds. I think it's like super minor, because it would after 24 hours of leaving the game running, no problem. But then it's kind of like day 2, things kind of start to chug, and then day 3, it's like really starting to be weird. So yeah. Huh. Is there no way to make this faster? No? All right. How far off the button do you think that text is going to go? To talk some more about this game. So it's not terrible. It's okay. It has, speaking of jank games, it has a lot of jank, as you can see here. UX in this game is pretty terrible. It does not really tell you what the buttons do. Some of the buttons function really weird, like equipping stuff. Just like, you would think it was either click and drag or right click to equip. But no, you double click it. Can I type in a number? No. There's no. Nope, that's not there. That's not a function available. Yeah, the UI UX really sucks in this game. Also, I don't know if you've heard it. The volume is really, really quiet. Plus, with the audio ducking when I talk, you probably don't hear it. But there are still sound effects playing, but there's no music. That is another bug with the game, because I obviously didn't want the music just running all the time while I had this in the background, nor did I really want to hear sound effects, so I turned all the volume sliders down to 0. But as you may know, as I'm talking about, there are still some sound effects playing despite the volume sliders being set properly. Hit the X in the corner. Dev didn't think someone could go that far. Yeah, but it's funny though, because it's like an idle game. So like, I don't know. I don't think it's not an impossibility that this kind of situation would happen where, you know, maybe someone goes on vacation or something and just leaves the game running while they're gone. If we're gonna do nothing but watch numbers run, I'm gonna need a strong drink. Alright, fair enough. Well, that got me up to 51,000. I won't make you guys sit here and suffer. So, yeah, I don't know. We can upgrade this stuff. Oh, right, and you have to do these like one at a time. I mean, I have enough to just probably unlock everything now at this point. Wait, the UI does not extend? What? It's Unity. It's either this or the trippy bullet hell. I don't know, man. This game is fine. It's inoffensive. For $5, I don't hate it, which is why I didn't refund it. And why I could just let it run for 120 hours in the background. But yeah, it's not super great. But it's cool. What if someone is actually just a hardcore enthusiast and will play the game for 120 hours straight? Like, I didn't play it, but I just let it run in the background. So, like, you can send people on little adventures. They're not... Oh, here's, like, UX thing, right? Like, I would just, like, either want to click and drag them into the space or double-click them or right-click them to queue them up, but you have to select the space and then select the villager. Select the space. And you can't do it in reverse order either. You can't select the villager. Oh, you can't select the villager and then select the space. Nope, you have to select the space first and then the villager. Like, it's little UX things like this that are just, like, weird. Yeah, I don't know. Just want to warn you, while just showing the video of that trippy game, you got bitrate drops. Consider what's going to happen when you play it. Oh, well, thank you for telling me. Yeah, I guess keep an eye out for that. We'll give it a try. If it just utterly destroys the stream, then maybe we'll come back to this game. Or I have another game. Actually, I picked out another game that maybe we can play instead. So anyways... I just wanted to get you guys caught up on this because I said I was going to do that. And so here we are. This is what a week's worth of just letting the game idle looks like. Now I have all the money and all the resources and everything that I could ever possibly need to probably 100% this game. So, hooray. In fact, before I sign off, let's just make a bunch of wooden sticks, which that's not a wooden stick, that's just a bar of wood. Let's just make a ton of these things. Oh, you can't click and hold? Oh my god. Why can't I not click and hold here? I can't click and hold in this screen. I like that. The 10 over 0, that's great. You can click and hold in this screen, but in this screen you have to tap the arrow every time. Oh man. Unity jank. Okay, anyways. There we go. All right, let's give this game a try. If it please let me know if it destroys my bitrate. That's obviously not a very good viewing experience, and we'll just stop it if that's the case. Loading. Okay. Let's crank that volume up. Kind of loud. Never mind. Crank it down. That seems maybe okay. It's a weird sound effect. Full screen. Yeah. Whoa. Oh, that's not... Oh, that... That's... I thought that was part of the UI. Okay. That's some music. Oh my god, just the loading screen. I know we're gonna have bleeding eyes. Welcome to Prove It and Move It. Would you like a rundown of how the game works? I don't like this font. Yes, you can press F4 to... Okay. It's arrow keys. Wait, was I using WASD? Oh no, I think I was using arrow keys to navigate the menu. I should have checked WASD. OS? Is that... What is that? OS? I think it's for... Is that as for the game? I hate this font. This is the worst fucking font. These are just hieroglyphics. What destruction to the Roman alphabet has happened here? How have you brutalized the Roman alphabet so much? There are a few things to note. If you fail a level, you act to retry it instantly. Oh, get to retry it. This is the worst fucking font. There are checkpoints before and... Is that cut off? Is it cut off? I thought that was just part of the style. Like, no. Oh, there's no mouse? Oh, they hide the mouse. I mean... I get it. Look, this is not a dev thing. It's fine. It's fine if they want to do this, but it makes me sad because I want to use my mouse to point at things on the screen. Because I can sit here and say, "Oh, look at that! Look at that! Whoa, it's so goofy!" But obviously, you can't see that. So I need the mouse pointer so you guys know what the fuck I'm talking about. Anyways. So here where it says checkpoints, the S is cut off, but later on, that looks like Kirky? I don't know. There's a Y, but the Y seems to dip down and not get cut off. I don't understand. The ancient pizza eaters turn in their grave. Could be part of the style, I guess. It's terrible regardless. That much is for sure. I'm gonna need another strong drink for this font. No kidding. There are checkpoints before and after. I don't know what that word is. Before and after what? Cuckery? I legitimately have no fucking clue what that is. Cry? Oh, is that every? Every. Mac is here. Hey, Mac is here. First time you've joined. Nice to have you. That's every. Okay. Okay. Jesus Christ. Every. Before and after every challenge. Challenge levels force you to always be moving. This. Jesus Christ, man. This font is on hard mode. This is literally one of the worst fonts I've ever seen. Which is funny, because in my Game Jam game, I purposefully picked one of the ugliest fonts. And it's more legible than this. Finally, some tips. I don't have a hard time reading this? Oh, lucky you. It must be my bad eyes. Try sitting further away. That might help. Levels usually maybe have simple. I keep wanting to read the E as a C or yeah. Solutions. Brute forcing your way through a level works often. If it doesn't, try a different path. Okay, that's kind of funny. It's like a mix between Hebrew and early Latin. That's it. Have fun. There's no sound effects for any of that? There's no sound effects now. Okay, so it's not tile-based. Well, it kind of is. It's not pixel movement. I'm very familiar with what they're using because I attempted to use this plugin for my own game. This is basically it divides the tiles into thirds, so it's pseudo pixel movement. So I guess it's better than like full 48 pixel wide tiles for bullet hell, but this game really puts the hell in bullet hell, doesn't it? This. Well, all right. All right. Okay. I got past the level. I did it. I got past 2 levels. I did it. Oh, don't go straight. Just go to the left a little bit. Oh, I fucked it. Is it a Yawnfly plugin? No, I think... Oh, you just die right there. Okay, that's fine. Half move. Yeah. Is it... No, it's a Galv plugin, I think. Galv has a like, pseudo... Oh. Has pseudo pixel movement. Is literally what I think it's called. I do like how he says you can brute force it, but I'm pretty sure you can't. I don't know if I'm a fan of this music either. This feels like an early 2000s Flash game. Yeah. I can agree with... Oh my god. I can agree with that. Ooh, I'm just out of range. Suck it! Oh god. Oh, you can't walk into the wall? Or did I touch something else? I have no clue. Oh, that... What is... Why... Why is this there's like no difficulty curve. It's just like a random stream of thoughts. It's kind of a theme for today, huh? This is just a random stream of thoughts for level design. Don't put them in any sort of like difficulty order. Just throw them in. Just put them all in there. Well, oh, okay. I didn't start at the bottom of the screen. Interesting. For fuck's sake. Oh, you can't, wait, you can't walk, okay. It's hard to tell what you can walk on. Found the plugin. Gal was an amazing fella. Yeah, unfortunately it's not compatible with my game. It causes problems with cutscenes because it still treats events in the same way. So even though the grid is smaller now, so like if you have a move route of like move 3 tiles, then now you're basically only crossing 1 tile. So you have to account for that, and my game is like too far in development to have to redo a bunch of move route commands to correct for that. So I don't use it. I'm pretty fine with tile movement in my game anyways. Okay, cool. I don't know why I thought that would work. Nope. 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 It kind of sucks. I want to point at stuff. You have to go through like this. I'm pointing at it with my hand. Give me my mouse cursor so I can show people what I'm talking about. There's basically like 1 tile wide that you have to pass through. Okay, I know the grid is smaller, so it's not technically 1 tile anymore, but it's one 48 pixel slot that you can fit through, and that's it. There we go. I think that's the brute force thing he was talking about. It's just, don't even think about it. Which then begs the question of how much fun this really is, because if it's not really about applying thought or timing or dexterity, then what's the point of any of it? If it's just basically random chance that you are able to make it through, then who gives a shit? For fuck's sake. It's annoying. So here's the annoying part. They're motivating me to constantly move because they have. I can't point at the screen. This is gonna kill me. They have these turrets. They have these turrets that like follow you and track you, which basically motivates you to constantly be moving. Which is really annoying because it's like I feel like I can't stop, so I just have to like go through. But like this right here, these two dots in the space, that's easy to get through. But because I feel like I have to constantly move, I can't just stop. It becomes more difficult as a result. You gotta do 3 moves to do 1 block. Yeah. It seems it's not gonna be compatible with my game either. Could use, yep, movement core, just use the script. I mean, you can, but you'd have to go back through every cutscene and replace it with that. Pixel move only matters if it's part of the gameplay. Yeah, my game has been built around tiles, so like I would like to have the pixel movement because I do think games feel better. You feel more connected with the character when you have like pixel movement there. So I would like to have it, but I've tried Chaucer's pixel movement too, but it fucks with so many things that like I would have to redo major parts of my game. So I don't know. Like Galv seems like a good solution. I don't know. Mac is here. Maybe maybe it's something I should add to my list of fixes for my game that you can implement. Add some sort of like move route multiplier in the plugin for me. I don't know. Fuck's sake. I'm gonna. No, okay, I was trying to be a little bit more cheeky. Oh, nope, that was me just fat fingering. Oh, there is WASD. There is WASD. That makes things slightly better. But I'm trying to, nope, can't do that because the turret tracks you. You know, if they wanted to do this, maybe they could put it. Fuck, I made it through. damn it! The fucking dirt! I'm gonna get the cops call on me again! Oh God! I made it through! Try a controller? I don't know if controller's gonna be any better, but sure, whatever. Actually, a tool that just multiplies each move command in a map file could be a thing that people might find useful. Do it, Mac! And the people will thank you. I'll thank you. Okay, we got controller. We got controller. This does not feel any better to me, though. Oh boy! Yeah! Yeah! Oh yeah! Fuck this game. I don't think this level is supposed to be done in one go. No, I don't think so. This is content. Fuck! Fuck! I'm glad I'm here to entertain. Oh my God! Oh, it legitimately just feels like luck. Like there is some timing to it. Like there's a pattern, and it always restarts the pattern whenever you are reset. So like there's some predictability to it, but at the same time, it just I feel worse with the controller, if I'm being honest. Where's my fucking case? There we go. I've been making NPC sprites while watching. Glad you got something to work on. This acid look is bothering me less than I thought. Yeah, I'm surprisingly able to keep up with the character. Fortunately, they don't have like any weird like camera panning stuff going on. It still does standard RPG Maker stuff where it keeps them in the center, so it's easier to find the player. Why is that level so easy? This is the thing, right? Like, there's just... For fuck's sake. There's just, like, no... Oh, God damn it. There's just no sense to the difficulty progression. And I'm gonna be unhappy if this is the only song in the entire game. Fuck's sake, this one is actually easier because you don't have the stupid turrets that are tracking you. It's sort of funny, I feel like I'm too fast. I don't have like the nuanced control I want over this character. I feel like I go way further than I want to when I just tap a direction. Because it's funny, if I think about a lot of bullet hell games, is usually the movement speed is surprisingly slow, and I think that's because it gives you a lot more finer control, a lot more granularity over where you position yourself. Like when you start getting into like really like pro gamer bullet hell games, you like they'll mark where your hitbox is. That's another thing too, is you can't do any of those like, you know, like fucking Matrix moves because your hitbox is probably your whole character sprite. While in a lot of bullet hell games, it's like probably just a few pixels somewhere roughly in the center of your character. And so you can do like, because it's so small, you can like slip through gaps really well. I've played a few bullet hells. There was a time when I was kind of into them. I was never good at them, so I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I'm an expert, but I'm at least kind of familiar with some of the tropes in the design. Need to acquire. If it was slower, I guess tile movement might be more noticeable. Yeah, well, I mean, it's still like, yeah. In deep shooters, they have speed control, high and low speed. Yeah, you're right. They usually have that, and that's usually progress past certain parts. That's why I was confused when I saw what seemed to be a tile-based movement in the trailer. Yeah. I love shooters, but I'm shy. Yeah, nope, I hear you on that one. I am no good at them. And my introduction to bullet hell... Oh, for fuck's sake. My introduction to bullet hell games was Crimson Clover. If you're not familiar with that one is not the hardest, but it's certainly not the bullet hell game you want to be... For fuck's sake. It's not the bullet hell game that you would want your introduction to be. Oh my god, for some reason that's my fault. But anyways, it would not be the game you'd want to be your introduction to bullet hells. It is a very hellful bullet hell. How do you even get past this one here? Oh, for fuck's sake! That's how you get past it, just random chance! That looked like 6 skill, but that wasn't. That was me just pushing keys. W and D, W D, W N, S, S, D. Oh, you've got to be kidding me with this shit. How do you do this? Okay, not like that. That was definitely my bad. Nope. Nope. No. I have to like... I have to drink more, that's what I have to do. Like, this is moving so fast, I feel like I even need to compensate for the latency of time it takes for the thought to the button press, plus whatever milliseconds of latency are in the screen drawing the picture. Like, the timing is like the most frame precise timing is what this feels like. Alright, I did it! And I swear to God, if I die... I was gonna say, I swear to God, if I die, we're quitting the game. I didn't even need to finish the sentence. We're done with that one. We're done. No, thank you. Okay. Prove it. Sorry, I guess it should be prove it or move it. Game state is released. Play it. No. Is it better than... Oh. But is it better than Concord? That's a tough one. What do y'all think? Is it better than Concord? If you don't remember what Concord is, there's a nice summary of it right there. Let's go. Let's go what? Let's go to the quit? Is it better than Concord? Yeah. Yes. It runs. True that. Yeah, Concord now doesn't even run. I would call it a brick, but it's the digital good. It can't even weigh your papers down. It's literally useless. It is, in fact, flushing your money down the toilet has more value to it than actually buying Concord, because at least when you flush money down the toilet, you can watch it, you know, do the spiral and go down the drain. When you buy Concord, you get nothing. Literally nothing. I don't even know if you can buy Concord. You'd probably have to buy like a key for it. Because obviously it's not on Steam anymore. Was it ever on Steam? I don't know. I don't know if that was like one of those epic exclusives. I didn't even know what Concord was for the longest time. Hey, if you don't worry about it. I have this summary right here. It's right there for you. All right. How far are we into the stream? Wow, it's only an hour and 25 minutes. We spent more time talking about... I spent more time talking about the shitty developer than actually playing Prove It or Move It. We're definitely done with Prove It or Move It. No, thank you. So, I guess we can play this game. Some person on Reddit, someone had shared a Reddit link with me about this game. I think they were mostly just critiquing the UI design. But it looks like a game that the developer actually kind of put some effort into. I don't know if I'll like it. Some of the UI design that was brought to my attention is really bad. But there are other parts of the game, like the sprites look good. There's like custom character art. It looks like custom enemy designs too. So I don't know. It may still be RPG Maker jank, but at least a higher tier than some RPG Maker jank that I play. More RM nonsense. Yeah. That's what I got. I guess we can play that because we're only an hour and 25 minutes into the stream. So, or we can go back to Brave Village. I don't know. We'll play this game, Fading Voices. What does the synopsis here say? Fading Voices plays like Final Fantasy. Wow, that's certainly. Hang on. What is happening here? Oh, why is the finger not lined up? And why is it left or right? Yeah. There's no WASD. You could also finish playing Survival. Now, I'm gonna wait for when that game releases, but okay, here we go. Up and down? No, but left and right? Yes. Right on. What were we saying about UX earlier? All right. Anyways, I was gonna do something. Fuck. That just. Oh yeah, read this. Fading Voices plays like Final Fantasy plus Like a Dragon. Okay. Explore twisting caverns and dense forests, squaring up against filthy creatures, bizarre monsters, and elite soldiers across a vast island at war in turn-based tactical combat, and decide the story with a few key decisions. Fading echoes? I thought it's Fading Voices here, though. And Fading Echoes here. Fading Voices here. Fading Echoes here. Dude doesn't even know his title. Title screen is bullet hell characters. You gotta dodge the characters. Oh god, they're coming at me! Where are they going? And why do they keep coming? Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from? Cotton Eye Joe. What's the fuck is going on? Why is there Linktree here? It's so gauche. Changelog? Dude, they love their menu. You got Linktree and then options and then credits and then a changelog and then changelog like it's a fucking MMO game. I don't even think Final Fantasy. And wait, do they have? They have these icons. Wait, homie. FF plus Yakuza. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Boy, they really want their followers. Man, I felt gauche for sticking the subscribe fucking animation up here. And this dude's got a link tree, which I presume is going to have the same links as these buttons up here. But they have these buttons up here just in case if you don't want to do the link tree. Check the link tree. God damn it. Why do you have to ask? Why did I have to press enter twice? Anyways, okay. They have Steam, which is well, I guess maybe they have it on itch. Okay, all right. I was gonna say I would presume that's where most people got this, but fair enough. Maybe they downloaded it on itch. Game channel. What's on their channel? They have some game dev streams or videos. Streams? I don't know. Oh, it opens a link. Yeah, I mean, what do you think it would do? It's Linktree. Are you not familiar with Linktree? Why I was expecting an in-game link? I don't know. You tell me, buddy. What does he do? Recent broadcasts. Souls Hacker. Okay, cool. It's not really development streams though, but sure, if you say so. Alright, anyways. Okay, so the itch and YouTube are linked in the link tree. Oh, and the Discord. Oh, and the Steam. So the only thing that's not in the link tree is the Instagram. Where does the Instagram go? Do we want to see this? Yep. That's a thing. Sure is. Alright. Anyways. Okay. Alright. We'll turn always dash on. There we go. Wait, why is the cursor different here? Auto bat. Oh no. Why do games do this? Oh, and this is... Who to blame? Do we blame the devs or do we blame Yawnfly? Okay, I'm gonna do my rant as usual. Stop putting this plugin in your games. Stop it. So that means it's running. Okay, cool. By the way, I have a new monitor. Always the devs. No, I partially blame Yawnfly because... No, you're right. It's the devs. Because actually, Yawnfly explains pretty clearly in the description what this plugin does is it basically rolls the code back before a certain patch. So basically that menu was running too fast. So this is the speed it's supposed to be running at. I have a new monitor, by the way. I now have not 144 frames per second. Why am I clipping? I have a compressor on. Anyways, not 144 frames per second, but now a whopping 170 frames per second. So it's running 3 times faster, almost 3 times faster than what it's supposed to be doing. Keyboard config. Give me WASD. Thank you. Autosave, message speed. This one too. Okay, this one's a Yawnfly thing. What's like 8 is barely tolerable. 7 is intolerable. 6 is unbearable, and 5 is glacial. Anything below 5 is glacial. 0? Is that an option? Text just never text just never moves. I hate this about Yawnfly's thing. Oh, holy shit, Mac. Remind me to put that in the fucking message, whatever, text engine thing I was talking about. We need a better message speed option because, like, why have 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and definitely 0. Why have that one at all when all of these speeds are so slow? I would basically want moderate, fast, and instant is pretty much, I think, all that it should be. Or actually, it doesn't even need to be an option. It should just be type the text out or instant text is basically what I think it needs to be, if I'm being completely honest. Type the text out fast or make it instant. Text font. Okay. Battle animations. Oh, that's weird. Why does it go down? So I'm pressing the A key, which typically going left in an option means down. Oddly enough, some players want it really slow. They don't need that option. Is a plugin that does that, but it has more reason. Okay, I may have to look into that, or maybe just, I mean, append it to the text engine. Window skin. Cool, I guess. Whatever. Anyways, alright. Oh, right, it's not W or S to go up and down. Why is it like this? Okay, so now people are moving at a normal speed. I don't know, I kind of liked it when they're moving fast. It was kind of goofy when it was fast. I'd love to set it back to fast, but that's gonna ruin the rest of the game. It's weird, you have to press enter twice to select any of those menu options on the main menu. You have to like double tap space. Press C and enter to confirm. That's technically not true. Press X to open the menu and go back. That's also technically not true. Press WASD or the directional buttons to move the characters and through the menu. Press the page down button to quickly skip through dialogue. Press the page up button to see the message backlog in case you missed something. It's all those wait, hang on. It's all those archaic artistic approaches from early and original JRPGs that somehow still find its way into modern games. I don't know about that. Also, I like how the HUD is already here. Could he not disable it? Could he not if he's using SRD, if he's using SRD's HUD maker, like, you can definitely add a turn on or off HUD, because I do that. I turn off the HUD when you're in the town. Also, is this AI art? It's really low quality though, because I see like all the JPEG artifacts, but like some of these lines are not looking very straight. Yeah, and I don't know what's happening over here when you compare it to this side. Press face down on keyboard in agony. And he threw a tomato in my face. I don't think we get paid enough to spend a month securing an entire city at the whim of royalty. I don't think we get paid enough. End of story. At least the wedding day has finally arrived. Come on, let's go in. That cross on top is not... Oh, you're right. I kind of hate this already. Yeah. Wow, this is some really low quality AI art. I don't mean like the AI, like, art itself, but I mean like the actual image quality, because there's just like so many like JPEG compression artifacts all over this. The dev is foreign, although I don't know if he's Turkish. I thought he was like maybe Spanish or Portuguese, but I didn't really do much research into the dev, if I'm being honest. Might also be sold as a background pack. I've seen a few of those. And with that, it's already 0 out of 10 for me. Regardless of whether it's from a pack, if it's from a pack, then that's unfortunate that he paid for it. If he AI generated it, then, you know, shame on the dev. I don't think we get... Ooh, it's always amazes me how much money they spend fixing up this place. Oh, I fucked around so much with the... Hang on. Sorry, we can get back there pretty quick. I hate that it's left and right. I fucked around. Oh, that was on 9? Why did it move so slow? We're gonna set it to instant. Also, this is annoying, by the way. I can press right. No. Up. No. Okay, never mind. Ignore me. Just fine. No problem. There we go. Okay. Whoa! It always amazes me how much money they spend fixing up this place. I remember people saying it collapsing on itself. Yeah, for a royal and political wedding, what better choice than the old capital to demonstrate to the subjects that the past of the kingdom will never be forgotten. At that point, it doesn't matter how much you have to spend. Is this his friend? Why does his friend just wander around? Like, I mean, I guess it's better than just having... Is that better? It feels like his friend is just not at all... He does not care about this topic. this discussion at all. I don't know. I was gonna say, is it better than just having them staring at each other like a lot of RPG Maker games do? But I don't know if it is. It's so weird just having him walk around. His friend has ADD. At least there's some motion in the scene. I imagine the priest is the most enthusiastic about it. Come on, let's end this farce as soon as possible. There are already people around here. Check them out while I check the place. Oh, it... No? Oh, it kinda does... Okay, the camera lags behind. It's funny because I was literally just talking about this in the Discord. So, I don't like this. And I've seen a few RPG Maker games do this. To me, I think it's totally like, I don't know why you want to have the weird camera motions anyways. I honestly think that having the camera just always be centered on the character is just, it's fine. It's good. However, if you're gonna have the camera like not keep the player center, I don't like that there seems to be a trend of having it like have inertia in where that it like lags behind the player. I don't like this because what happens is okay, I have a mouse. Thank you. You have less forward view because you wind up having more tiles behind you than you have in front of you, so you can't see what's coming up ahead. This is especially important because on 16:9 monitors, we have less tiles to look ahead on the vertical axis. I like me some smooth cam. This is not smooth cam though. Why do that? I don't know. I don't mind the smooth camera, but I would rather a smooth camera that that actually over time, like, I don't know, after you pass like, let's say 5-10 tiles, it slowly starts to move ahead of you. Because as I was saying, is like, especially for your vertical resolutions, we live in a world of 16:9. I like widescreen, but there is an inherent problem with it that we cannot see as much on the vertical axis. We can see more on the wide axis. For top-down RPGs, it's not super important to have like a wide periphery to be able to see because, you know, the game is pretty slow paced. However, it would be kind of nice to be able to see a little bit further ahead of you. Yeah, so I would love to have a camera that, like, as you take more steps in a certain direction, it slowly kind of moves ahead of the character so you can see ahead of yourself. This is actually pretty common in a lot of 2D platformers, because obviously having your character center when you're moving to the right constantly is sort of dumb. You don't really need to see what's behind you very much, so it's better to have the camera ahead of the character. I would like to have something like that. I think would be pretty nice. Anyways, whatever, it's fine. Hi, what are you doing? I'm checking if everything is ready for the wedding. Where's the priest? He's still sleeping. He didn't woke up when I called him. Probably someone is going to do it. People seem to like it. I've got nothing but praise for having it. I don't think you've ever complained about it in my game. You're right. It's not a super big deal. As I said, I would really say it does kind of fall under nitpicking because especially in top-down RPGs like this, it's slower paced. You don't really need to have like wide periphery. It's not super important. It makes sense in 2D platformers because you need to see and react to the things that are coming up ahead. But in a slower paced game like this, it's not important. Probably I should talk with him. Thanks. Sorry, who was that? I got distracted by replying to you. The carpets in this place. Yeah, those are some very customized and special. Those are some very specialized carpets. Oh yeah, you have to like, yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. Maybe that, I do think this is like pixel movement. I don't know. Is it? Yeah, it's pixel movement because I see her moving like 1 pixel at a time. Okay, hopefully Galv doesn't have that problem because I guess I should test that. Hopefully you don't have to like rub your face against, if Mac is gonna make that plugin to multiply the move route, hopefully that's not another problem, is activating events. You don't have to rub your face on the event to activate them. Nothing happened. 2 people are cleaning and the other 2 are preparing stuff from the wedding. I was desperate for the other people to come and help me pass some time. Well, maybe I will do that later. See you around the wedding. Hi, what are you doing? I'm not only not being paid enough, but I've got to be annoyed by guards every other minute. Why did I accept this job? Yeah, okay, bye. Fine, this is the priest. What should I do with him? Wake him up? What? You don't love rubbing your face on things that activate it? It looks a little bit silly. That's one reason why I never went pixel movement. The available plugins seem to have trouble activating the right events and stuff. Ain't got no need for that jank. Yeah. I think Chaucer's, like, if you had built the game up... Like, here's the thing. I think Chaucer's plugin is actually really good. The problem is that you really have to design your game around it, so it's like something that you would really need to start with a fresh project. I would not implement it midway through a project because it's going to cause a lot of problems. I do think he handles it pretty well. You have a hitbox around the player, and you can resize it too through the plugin parameters, which allows you to not have to like rub your face on events to activate them. He's standing and sleeping? Yeah, he's standing and sleeping with his eyes open. It's like you have to hug and smooch to be able to interact with... Yeah. Hey, dude, wake up. You should work. Yes. He's sleeping again. He'll wake up, I hope. Okay. I talked to people. Did I talk to this lady? I don't remember. I can't activate her. There. Maybe it's because she doesn't care about her job. Maybe it's best if I leave her. Okay, there we go. And now we have some more AI art. What is happening over here? My goodness. Make out with the events to activate them. Now coming to an H game near you. So how did it went? Everyone is working and no one is getting paid enough to care about what they're doing. Well, I'm happy that at least... First of all, did he disclose it? Because you're supposed to do that on Steam. There's no AI disclosure. Yeah. Okay, anyways, well, I'm happy that at least we all agree on this. I finished checking the place too. Nothing out of the ordinary. Are we done with the checks? Yes, well, except for the underground tunnels, but I don't think anyone cares. Are there any underground tunnels? Yes, about 80 years ago, when the capital was still this city, the king created a series of underground passages fearing a popular uprising. But they are sealed. There is no point in checking them. This is such an RPG Maker game. Indeed. When did the game come out? Very recently. The 25th of September this year. So not as recent as I thought, but it's still within this year, within just a couple of months. I thought it actually released this month, but anyways, still recent. I didn't know that. Thanks for the explanation, Professor. Come on, let's finish preparing for the wedding. We are gathered here to celebrate the marriage between Vincent and Catherine, a sacred union born from such intense love never seen before. Love never seen before, never seen it because it isn't there. I also doubt they've ever seen each other before. They support a war, fail, try to make up for it by conquering new territories, fail. And what is it? Okay. And then they try to make up for it by sending their children to marry. Yeah, they're really pathetic. Hey, did you hear that? Yeah, I guess the royals aren't very popular. They sure stand out, don't you think? Looks like we're the only ones who notice. Focus on the wedding, or maybe they'll force us to take action. If there's anyone who has a valid reason to oppose this sacred marriage, speak right now and reveal your motivation, or forever remain silent. We have something to say. We'll no longer tolerate your foolish invaders while you deface our land. What's happening? Who are you? Oh, this is planned outrage. Fun. Ahem, speak, my child. Well, I don't really know what's going on. I thought it was 2023 release. Nope. Okay, so yeah, that is after the requirements to add the disclosure. Yeah, I'll probably add the tag Gen AI to it after we're done here. Hopefully I remember. This has been floating around for a bit. I remember these characters. It might have been in development for a while. Top-notch writing, yeah. I really had no idea what was going on there, who was saying what. I get that these dudes are interrupting the marriage, but who was saying what, I don't know. Mom, can we get triangle... Stupid fucking name. Triangle strategy. This guy doesn't even know his title, though. Well, what? Some dissidents? But how did they get in? You have defaced our lands for too long, creating cities on a whim, bringing wars and conquest on this island, and attracting pirates, bandits, and criminals of all sorts. Disappear. They have monsters following them. Hey, are you okay? This is no time to panic, Frey. We have to fight. Are you ready? I guess so. Plot so far feels a bad attempt to mimic triangle strategy start, and really bad. I never played it. Whoa, that is some lag. Oh, that wasn't a lag? That was just... Okay. Everything is... Oh, let's switch cameras. Sorry about that. Wait, hang on. There we go. Everything is fine. You wanted to be an adventurer, remember? This is just another one of those funny adventures you had. It's really loud now. I'm hearing the AI noise in this song. I'm like 90% sure this song has been AI generated. You know, I didn't even really pay attention to the song that was playing in the cathedral, but maybe that was AI generated too? Oh no, bats interrupted the wedding? Everything is fine. You wanted to be an adventurer, remember? This is just another one of those funny adventures you had. No need to be scared. Remember the basics and fight through it. Inside the command wheel, you will find commands to give. Attack is a basic attack. Guard reduces damage at the next hit. The item command, okay. When using attack, it will be displayed a QTE. Doing it correctly, it will make the attack stronger, boost it by the stat. What stat? Who knows? But it will be boosted by it. Wow. Did you guys catch that? Not the text. Maybe you didn't hear it because I was busy talking, but the song looped and yeah, it's definitely a song that was probably not built for a game asset, which probably means it was AI because it doesn't have proper loop points set up. The end of the song was quite abrupt before it just swung back around to the start there. Anyways, okay. Yeah, I'm 95% sure this has been AI generated. When using guard, not only will the damage be reduced, but also the HP and MP will be healed by a small percentage. When an enemy attacks, you can avoid certain attacks by pressing the shift button at the right time. The shift button? Some other attacks can be avoided by filling a gauge at the right time. Others are unavoidable. Shift button is a bad button because people are going to start mashing that. And you know what happens when you mash shift? That's what happens when you mash shift. So that's not a good idea. Did they have Japanese voices? I just heard that. Yosh! And that was like a girl's voice too. Okay, so we attack. Oh, it's this thing. Wait, hang on. I want to hear their voices again. I guess I can kill one of them. That was kind of a cool little death. Yeah, that's a girl's voice. And this is a Japanese voice. Why are they using Japanese voices and why are they using a girl's voice? These are dudes. Why are they girls' voices? I don't even know what the timing is on that. There was no like bar or anything. My attack has a bar, right? And it moves super slow. Maybe it's a girl? I don't think so. They don't look like girls. They don't got boobies. Their art doesn't look feminine. Maybe the character's a girl in disguise. I cringe at these action sequences. Oh yeah, I know you're an action sequence god. It's an artistic choice that we simply can't understand. There are too many of them. We have no choice. We have to evacuate through the underground tunnels, but weren't they sealed? We have no other choice, don't you think? Fresh water, giver of life, our thoughts run clear with you. Shine bright, run deep. Have they started summoning? Stay focused. We need to move. Get out of the way. I don't like that it like breaks a little bit and then freezes. It looks like it's just really bad lag. Wow, they really went crazy with those breathing animations, huh? I'm not a god, but for fuck's sake, at least put an escape motion on. or something and don't just slide the actor to the enemy. Okay. The EM deals magical damage to enemies and inflicts negative statuses. The SM cures allies. But why shorten it to... Oh, elemental magic. Sorry, I was skimming through that. But still, why shorten it? Could you not just, like... I don't know. Okay. Sure. Fine. EM deals magical elemental damage to enemies and inflicts negative statuses. SM cures allies. Okay. One of the characters in Final Fantasy V is a girl in disguise. They hide it for a while, though. Wait, they're new to this place, and they already knew the tunnels underneath. One of the, I think main character guy, Frey, didn't know, because, I think Keisler was explaining that to them. I don't know. Who gives a shit about this writing? This dev, I think, slammed every plugin in and didn't set them up. Yeah. Oh no, more wacky things to fight. Okay, so I guess he doesn't have any elemental magic, so we just do the attack. Okay, but main character guy gets both. Alright, I see. Can we do Spark on this guy, and is it super effective? Oh, there's an input thing. Was that... I missed if it said that was super effective. Why girls? I don't even know how the... Oh, wait. Is it when I guard it gives me the press the shift button? I just spit all over myself when I said that. Okay, well, I guess it doesn't matter, because no one attacked him. I want to find out now, like, how do you... I never see any gauge for the guard. Like, how do I know when to guard? There was no, like, gauge or anything for guarding. I really don't know when you're supposed to guard. Battle options covering the characters look bad to me. Yeah. It's funny because actually the screenshot I saw of this game when Discord people introduced it to me, they actually put the whole like wheel in the center of the screen, which I don't know if that's very good either, but at least it's not covering up the characters. To make it into an action RPG at this point, I just don't understand all these additional stuff onto turn-based combat. I mean, I don't like so first of all, I like Paper Mario. I also like this other game. It's super famous, so I don't even need to say the name. Everyone knows it, but you know, Dungeon Rummage. It's a great game. Those games, Paper Mario, and of course goes without saying, Dungeon Rummage, as everyone knows, has timed inputs in it. I like that. Especially in Paper Mario, where it felt like more of a showmanship of skill, but it was not necessary. Here, like, I'm curious. Like, if I fail this, do I do damage? I do 100. That still seems pretty good. We're gonna use the same character again. And how much damage do I do if I get the timing right? 65, which is a lot less. Wait. Oh, and they're dead. I was gonna test that some more, and why did... So, by that logic, they floated up into the sky and then became a grave? Huh? Okay, well, I was trying to perform a test there, So if I just fail this, that's 43. And now if I time it right, it's a fucking crit. Stop it, game! I'm trying to test something. Don't just crit. But the implemented additional mechanics onto turn-based RPG while still keeping the turn-based logic. None of these additional stuff makes sense with this game. No, I agree with you. This is all very silly. It's just, I think as BG said, they just found plugins and threw it on their game and then didn't even bother to set up any of the plugins. Come on, the entrance opens by pushing the statue's candle. Oh, he knows that? I guess so. We're almost there. Oh, that's not AI. Why isn't why isn't the rest of the game like this? I mean, if he could draw this, look, this beautiful art piece. Why didn't he just draw all of the art? Why did he use AI for all the other shit? For the record, I'm not laughing because of the art. I mean, the art's not great, but like, it's fine, right? Like, whatever. I don't care. That's not what I'm laughing about. I'm laughing because everything else was AI, and then suddenly it switches from like this, you know, like hyper realistic, super detailed AI bullshit, and then to this. Bruh, that's how Slotty enters. Bruh. Did the grave have his... Oh man, I missed that. This could still be AI? I mean, you're not wrong. We definitely have something fucking weird going on over here. But I don't think so. I kind of understand that. I have been myself before, putting each and every free plugin to the shop card, of course. It's a beginner mistake. I did that too. I'm glad to say I never did that. I'm usually pretty resistant to adding new plugins to my project. Man, I hate it. I hate it when I talk to like Turn or something and they're like, oh, well, you could just use this plugin to achieve that. And it's like, yeah, but can we do it with events? I don't want to have to troubleshoot someone else's fucking plugin. I install someone's plugin and then something else breaks and it's just like, nah! I want to use the things that I know are functioning in my game. I don't want to have to sit here and fucking like spend 2 hours fucking troubleshooting shit. Buy time against the tide. Okay. Flow forth among us, ruler of the ocean, Landoro. Talk to people. Ah, what happened? Where am I? Wait, these are the underground tunnels. To have ended up here, their summoning must have caused a lot of destruction. I need to calm down. I hope I can find a way out. When you're in a dungeon, you'll enter a fight by touching orbs. You can avoid them or fight them, and they won't reappear until you re-enter the zone. There are two types, aggressive and passive. The first attack on sight, the others not. Fight for XP and money. This is kind of one of the tutorial things that I think are pretty self-explanatory that I think players can figure out on their own. You don't need to explain this. Like, for a moment here, just wipe that text from your brain. Okay, you never even saw that. Okay. Gosh, now we have to read that. So just forget all that text and now let's read this. You can have the upper hand at the start of the time. I don't know what time that is. To active the preemptive strike QTE, press the ZOK button at the right time. You can start battle with an advantage over the enemies, but monsters can also do the same. Watch out. Okay, so you wiped that information from your mind. Now let's see if we could just learn that on our own by moving around. Okay, I don't know what's blocking me here, so bad example. That was some gnarly lag I just had. Okay, so I saw the exclamation mark above their head, and I see that they are moving. Very slowly. So I can probably assume that it's an enemy. Or something. So let's let it touch me. Okay, I've now discovered that it's an enemy. You don't need to tutorialize that. Players will be able to figure that out on their own. What? I was taken by... Okay. Alright, cool. I want to do what I was testing before. Alright. So now, I'm gonna fail this. And against this enemy... You've got to be kidding, game. Alright, I'm gonna fail this. And I did 51 damage. Alright. And then... I hit it. And I do 55 damage. Is there... There's no description. There's... Oh, also, wait, what? It moved this thing to the middle? Wait, why is this in the middle of the screen now? It's a mindset thing. If you're like me and don't really plan out all that shit, it's easy to just grab all the cool shit. That's fine. But you'll have to then go and sort through it to make a cohesive game and not just slap everything in there. Ruler of the ocean, his name is Landoro. Or is because fuck enemy map sprites. Yeah. By the way, Evan, do you have something playable out already, or deving in secret? Well, he's making an H game. He'd mentioned that. I've been struggling with gotta commission all these map sprites. Well, perhaps add me on Discord. I'd like to give it a look. Okay, anyways. Cool. Glad to see you guys making friends. Alright, so there's no description of the skill. So it said the stat will boost the perfect timing, but is it 55 every time? Is there any variation? There's damage variation. Okay, so I think failing doesn't matter. Okay, failing doesn't matter. That's what I'm getting from that. I like how he just like moves diagonally 1 pixel for his celebration animation. Ah, yes. Here is the here's what I had saw on this was a screenshot that was shared with me. All of the text just like overlaps each other. Okay. I wanted to see if failing doesn't matter, press the button. Oh yeah, I was gonna do that next time. I guess we'll just cure. So we have descriptions here. Maybe we have descriptions for skills, but not for attack. That's actually pretty standard for RPG Maker. Gosh, I get some really gnarly lag spikes. Oh, I think that like half second of this face is like the... I don't know. Okay, so... I did 90 that time. I guess it's a different enemy. And here... I did 82 when I timed it right. Holy button, Batman. Literally, it's just better. It doesn't waste time if I just fucking... These lag spikes, holy shit. It just doesn't waste time if I just mash the button. Dude, these lag spikes, these are some insane lags. What is happening? Oh my goodness, does OBS pick those up? So it's devolved into typical RPG Maker stuff. Just mash. Yep. Oh, also, what the fuck was that music? Does it just pick a random battle song? Man, they just spam these potions everywhere, huh? Dude, you barely get any time to react to the thing, to not preempt them. What a stupid system. Yeah, maybe so. BG. Maybe you're right. But definitely right now, it feels like there's no point. Since you just... I don't want to wait for the damn meter. The damn meter moves so slow. Just like your character sliding to the enemy is so slow. Why are there people down here? Weren't these catacombs hidden? Oh, I might die. Oh, I'm dead. Is it game over? It's game over. Alright, well... Oh. Oh no, okay, it's gonna be... Oh. Oh, I can't... Cost 1,000? Jeez. That seems cruel. Yeah, I bet that doesn't scale at all. So that's like an endgame value. Well, that's dumb. That means I didn't have any saves, which means I'd have to go back through all that. I don't want to go through all that. The performance is slow. I don't understand a lot of these design decisions. I can't believe I started this off saying where it felt like it was a game that the developer actually put some care into it, because boy, do I not feel that way anymore about this game. I just noticed, was there lag in their trailer there too? There was. It stutters right here. That's funny. Yeah, the game performs poorly. I don't understand these design decisions. They all feel pretty terrible. The UI is ugly as hell. Damn, we had nothing but crap today. Yeah. Only crap. I'm sorry, I don't know how much time I put into that game. I don't know if it was that much. I didn't put that much into the other game either, but yeah. It's not good. That's that. Boy. Well. Yeah, I guess we can grade it. What is it called? It's fading voices or fading echoes. Fading voicos. There we go. Game state is released. Play it. No. Is it better than Concord? Yes. I kind of knew it was bad just from the... I mean, oh, no. The moment we launched the game and you have to use A or D to move up or down, and then you have to double tap any of the selections, and there was no care in the order of the menu items. Like Linktree is below continue game, and then options, and then there was like credits. No, there's like credits above options. I don't know. I realized, like, as soon as we launched the game, that my impression of the game being something that the dev had put care in was immediately erased from the title menu. From the title menu alone. More like grating voices. Ha! More like feminine voices. Chicks with dicks. Let's think what we got there. Oh yeah, right to move down. Yeah. This just really weird design. I don't even know how that happens. But yeah, sorry. I thought that game was gonna be. I figured, like, I'm gonna be honest. I did think it was gonna be meh. I figured it'd probably wind up more in a Yimli kind of category. Maybe when I just looked at the store page. It would be like a very iffy Yimli. It'd be like on the verge of a no and a Yimli. But that's where I thought it was going to be from just a store page. And then we launched it, and immediately it was like, oh no, wait, never mind. This is just RPG Maker jank. Never mind. This is just shovelware. So, yeah, my bad, guys. Thought that was going to be something that was going to be more positive. Well, anyways. I think that's probably where, I think I'm pretty much done for today. We've covered all the topics and played both of the games. I don't even think I put that game in the description. I should probably put that in the description. Am I streaming next weekend? I think I'm streaming next weekend. We're moving into December. So there's a couple of things, and I'll probably give more information next time with more details. So I can say for sure on December 21st, if you want to mark it on your calendar, I won't be streaming. That's still like 3 weeks away, so it's fine if you forget. I'll probably remind you guys again. Do a 24-hour stream and just have the village game up. Just sleeping. I might. I don't know. So on the 21st, for sure, I won't have a stream. I'll remind you guys probably next week and the week after that, that I won't have a stream then. I will have a winter break from my job. I'm thinking about maybe doing a special stream. It might actually not be on Saturday. It might be a special stream at an irregular time because it's going to be kind of irregular content. I have an idea for a stream that I just want to do for personal fun. Everyone's going to be celebrating the Game Awards and Best of the Year kind of stuff. I kind of wanted to do one of those, but actually not for games. So I have an idea for something like that, but since it's not like your regular content that I do, I might just stream that on like a Friday or something. I don't know when. I'll give you more details when we get closer towards that time, but figured maybe during my winter break I might have an extra stream thrown in there just for fun. And maybe I'll do a 24-hour just sleeping with Brave Village open. And then it'll be like 12 hours of just leaving Brave Village open, and then 12 hours of just watching the number tick up so we can sell all the resources that we gather during those 12 hours. Nolan doing best hooker of the year, perhaps. I already know who that one is. It's too bad. She's not in my area. It was when I took my summer vacation. I met a very lovely. I paid for a very lovely girl. I remember her. I wonder if she remembers me. It was a good time. Anyways, I won't be doing that. Not a bad idea though. But I guess we'll. Like I said, I'll give you more details as we get closer to those dates when those things are coming up. Next week I will be streaming, so that's all that really matters is worrying about next week. And next week I'll be here, probably playing some games as usual. I don't know what that'll be, but I guess we'll find out. Oh, it will probably be more RPG Maker jank. RPG Maker Web has an event going on about reviewing other people's games right now, and I would like to do that because you get awarded badges, and I want those badges. I want them badly. So, what a great excuse to play janky RPG Maker games on these streams, so then I can write a review and hopefully get those badges. So, expect to see at least one RPG Maker game on my next stream. So anyways, but that'll be my plan for next week. Until then, Thank you guys so much for joining, as usual. And I hope you guys have yourself a wonderful week, wonderful day, whatever. Night? It's a night for me. Whatever. Anyways, see you. Bye.